betrayed them, and all trust has been lost. And as if that is not enough, there is now clear attempt to stop Nnamdi Kanu appeal. They are trying everything they can to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu did not appeal his case. Attempt that could expose Nnamdi Kanu to harm. You have heard the lawyers of Nnamdi Kanu speaking about his transfer to Sokoto, and the possibility of Nnamdi Kanu flying over from there to make appeal. And the VSS already know that Nnamdi Kanu handles his case by himself, makes most of the appeals and motions submitted by himself. So how do you intend to do that from Sokoto? Now you see that they had a plan when they removed Nnamdi Kanu from Abuja. They had a plan. And all the plan they had was to disrupt the appeal of Nnamdi Kanu. And I hope that the world is paying attention. We are living in a time when security has collapsed completely, institutions have failed, and citizens no longer trust in the Zoological Republic government. I pray that every one of us will realize the right thing and do the right thing. This is why every one of us must begin to talk now. This is why the world must listen. This is why international intervention is no longer optional. It is necessary. International intervention is very, very necessary on the issue of Nigeria. If the world genuinely care about the loss of lives in Nigeria, they must intervene. There must be an intervention. The situation we are seeing in Nigeria today is irredeemable. There's nothing that will redeem it. It is irredeemable. They can continue to pretend. They can continue to say whatever they want to say. But the truth cannot change. And we will continue to speak the truth on our various platforms. Nigerian security situation is irredeemable. A community under constant attack. For years, ordinary people across Nigeria, especially on the north and the southeast, have lived under constant fear. Attacks occur regularly. Many communities feel government protection is either too slow or non-existent. But the answer is non-existence. The answer is non-existent because they can't have a government and what is happening in Nigeria today will be happening. Terrorists will be taking over, exercising their model, in case of including coming online to boast. It's sad. People are asking, where are the security agencies? Where are the leadership? People only are taking the laws into their hand to protect themselves. And this is the right thing to do. Self-defense. When the government have refused to do anything to save you, you got to save yourself. If you don't, you are doomed. If you don't, you are doomed. The government's overwhelmed and unresponsive. The government of the zoo is overwhelmed and unresponsive. The government machineries appear stretched to the limit. Citizens report delay responses inadequate. Citizens report delay responses, inadequate protection, and weak intelligence system. Everything is what is happening every day. You see it over and over again. Only those who are not telling themselves the truth will continue to deny the obvious truth and fact that is before everyone. We continue. When a country reaches a point where people no longer feel safe in their homes, markets, schools, place of worship, that country has a security breakdown. But will Nigeria accept that they have a security breakdown? Will they accept that they have a security breakdown? Youth frustration and rising tension. Young people across Nigeria are angry and confused. They see injustice, insecurity, economic challenges, and silence from those in authority. That is the most dangerous one. Silence from those in authority, because they are colluding. There's no other way to explain it. I'm not going to quote it for you. I'm not going to quote in word for you. Tension builds when people feel unheard. Tension. Organizations around the world are monitoring the situation. When national structure fails to protect citizens, international bodies pay attention, because every country has a duty to keep its people safe. The primary objective of every country, is to safeguard its own people, to safeguard the life and property of its own people. And when you fail in that primary objective, you are non-existent. In Nigeria, there is a need for urgent international intervention. There is a need for urgent international intervention in Nigeria, or else more life is going to go. There is need for an urgent international intervention. Nigeria is not just dealing with isolated security issues. It is dealing with a systemic collapse. A systemic collapse that affects the stability of the region entirely, the safety of millions of people, economic development, and basic human rights. So the failure is on different levels. All the indices that shows a failed state are complete. How long will the international communities stand by and watch? How long will they stand by and watch? The international community usually steps in. When there is a prolonged instability, the international community steps in. When the government is unable to control the crisis, the international community steps in. And when there are signs of human rights concern, the international communities step in. All these pronounced signs here are complete in the situation of Nigeria. Everything I mentioned here is found in Nigeria. There is prolonged instability. The government is unable to control the crisis, and there are signs of human rights abuse. This is what we see in Nigeria. You can continue to deny them at your own risk. Deny them at your own risk. Nigeria fits all these conditions that I mentioned. This is not about politics. This is not about. This is about human life. It's not just about politics, it's about human life. When a nation cannot guarantee safety, the world must have, diplomatically, legally, and through humanitarian channels. Since they have failed, we are calling on the world to take over to redeem the innocent in the Zoological Republic. We are calling the attention of the world. Now we shift to very sensitive but important part of today's broadcast. There are growing concerns that efforts are being made to obstruct Nnamdi Kanu appeal. Efforts are being made to obstruct it. Yes. As we speak, there is a very strong plan to make sure they stop Nnamdi Kanu from appealing his case. The lawyers have cried out. And we need to add our voice and shout on top of our voice. Let the world know what is going on. The injustice of Nigeria against Nnamdi Kanu has exceeded what a human eye can behold. It is sad. Very, very sad. There are growing concerns that efforts are being made to obstruct Nnamdi Kanu's legal appeal. Let me be clear. Every citizen, no matter who they are, deserve the right to fair legal process. Every citizen, no matter who they are, they deserve the right to a fair legal process. Blocking an appeal is not just a legal issue. It is a human rights concern. When you try to block the appeal of somebody, it is not just about a legal issue. It is a human rights concern. Why block an appeal after passing your illegal judgment? Why blocking the appeal of Nnamdi Kanu? When the legal process is transparent, appeal are part of justice. Trying to block it raises question. What are they afraid of? Why stop due process? What message does it send to the world? I hope the world is taking note. Many attempts to stop the right of Nnamdi Kanu. And we ask, what are they hiding? What are they running away from? Why are they stopping the due process? And what message does it send to the world? We need answers. People worry that interfering with the appeal process could expose him, Nnamdi Kanu, to harm and create unnecessary risk. And that is exactly what the Nigerian government plans to do. They want to harm Nnamdi Kanu and expose him to harm. That is what they are trying to do. But are we going to allow it? We will not allow it. How are we not going to allow it? By speaking in your platform. Using your platform to demand that Nnamdi Kanu's appeal should be conducted. The need for international oversight. When domestic legal process lose trust, international observers become important. When domestic legal process lose trust, international observers become important. Their presence can ensure fairness and accountability. That is why we are calling on them. That is why we are calling on them. We call on the international community because their presence can ensure fairness and accountability. This is why the world must take note of what is happening in the Zoological Republic. They must take note of what is happening. You have to help to speak in your own platform. Share information. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't say it doesn't concern you. It concerns you. It concerns me. It concerns every one of us on this platform. I want you to start connecting the dots. Start connecting the dots. Security collapse in Nigeria, and now legal obstruction of Nnamdi Kanu. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? May Chukwu Abiyama give us the strength to overcome this very madness. Widespread insecurity weakens institution, lack of trust, and pressure on the legal system. Cannot handle sensitive issues alone. The insecurity crisis and the attempt to block an appeal are connected by one thing. This is connected to one thing. When you see them blocking the appeal of Nnamdi Kanu, in a time where the security situation is completely dead. A system that is struggling to function. And when international system fails, external oversight becomes necessary. I hope you got me. When internal system fails, external oversight becomes necessary. That is where we are today. The failure of the system of Nigeria is it cannot be overestimated. You see the kind of news you get in their security. You see the kind of system they run. Every department of the government of Nigeria has failed. They are all in shambles. All they are doing now is to defraud the citizens, steal as much as they can, and then they will run away. Today we call on the African Union. Even we know that African Union is as same as not existing, because they will never support anything good. But at the same time, we call on them to focus on Nigeria, end that contraption, end the contraption, and let the new nations emerge to safeguard themselves and protect themselves. The United Nations, wait no more. Your word has been ignored on several occasions by Nigeria, and you did nothing. I don't know when you're going to do something. International human rights organizations, wherever you may be and you are listening to us, pay attention. Pay attention. We are calling on all international human rights organizations to pay attention to Nigeria. Do not ignore. Don't pretend you're not seeing it. The human rights abuse in Nigeria has gotten to the highest level. There is no country in the world where human rights is abused like the way it's abused in Nigeria. It is a fact. And if you doubt it, go and make your investigations and come and give me your numbers. Global injustice institutions, global justice institutions, wherever they may be, you must pay attention to Nigeria and hold them accountable for all they did. You must hold them accountable. To pay attention to Nigerian situation. Everybody, international communities, international bodies must pay attention and pressure them to do what they have to do. Notes to take sides. Not to take sides, but to ensure fairness, safety, and stability. We are not calling you to come and take sides. We are not calling you to come and support the Mr. A or Mr. B. We are calling you to come and ensure fairness, safety, and stability of the indigenous people in that contraption. The Zoological Republic has gone, ended. It needs support, but at the same time, it rejects support because it is meant to destroy. Nigeria is meant to destroy itself. Nigeria is meant to destroy itself. Self-destruct, that is where they're going. They need support if they want it. The citizens of that Zoological Republic need protection. Everybody in that contraption need protection. The citizens more especially, they need protection. Legal process need transparency. Legal process needs transparency. And the case of Nnamdi Kanu has exposed everything you need to know about Nigerian judiciary. You know, they brought in camera to deceive themselves. And the camera they brought turned against them. They brought camera to blackmail the Biafrans and Mazen Nanigan, but the camera turned against them. It's sad. To everyone that is watching us on this program today, from the southeast to the southwest to the north, across Africa, Europe, America, Asia, you have a role to play. Wherever you are and you're watching us, you have a role to play. One of those roles you have to play is raising awareness. Raising awareness. Raising awareness is powerful. It is powerful. Use your platform to raise awareness. Go to your MPs and raise awareness. Go in the street evangelism and raise awareness. In your working places, raise awareness. Those of you who can write articles, continue to write every day. No amount is too much. Continue to write and pray. Continue to raise awareness. Because it's a powerful, powerful tool. You can see the awareness that was made by Ted Cruz went ahead to catch up with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump also did not be silent. He raised alarm. And the awareness and alarm raised by Donald Trump through the tweet today brought us in a phase where people at least are talking about solution. It doesn't matter whether they are serious or not, but at least they are talking about solution. So awareness is very important. Wherever you are, join the cause. Continue to create awareness in your own little way. Even if it's only one person watching you, even if you don't have somebody watching you, whichever platform you have, create awareness. Write something and put it. Post the picture of Mazen Nanigan or Mazen someone else. Demand for their freedom. Expose their illegal detention. Expose the attack on them. I pray that Chukwu Kukabe will strengthen us to do what we are supposed to do. Speaking out is powerful. Speaking out is powerful. Very, very powerful. You can never underestimate it. Demanding accountability is also very, very powerful. And that we must not lose guard. Nigerians belong to the people, not to the system that refuses to protect them. Every indigenous person there deserves to have a life. Every indigenous person, the Hausas, the Yorubas, the Middle Belters, the Biafrans, they deserve a life. They deserve a life. But they are trying to tell us that we don't have the right to live. They are trying to throw it to us that we don't have the right to live. It is sad how the whole international communities are buying into falsehood. You see people come online and make a case for a criminal. They give a criminal a platform to speak and they make a case for him. When we talk, they say we don't know what we are saying. Nigeria has recruited different kinds of propagandists in their media, more especially. The worst media network you have in the whole world is Nigeria. And Nigerian media contribute 70% of the problem you are seeing today in Nigeria. The media contribute. They have been bought over. All you see in Nigeria is brown envelope media. They can never go for any correspondence to interview people. No. They will sit in their office and the federal government of Nigeria will now write to them on what to talk about. And they go ahead and talk without investigating to find out if that is true or not. The government gives them a narrative to discuss and they come out and begin to discuss it. I pray that every one of you will wake up. We have slept for too long. If we do not wake up now, it might be too late. It might just be too late. So I urge every one of us, wherever you are and you are in this program, you must sit up. Sit up. Don't say it doesn't concern you. It is definitely going to concern you. Don't tell us it doesn't concern you. It is definitely going to concern you. The war they are fighting today against us as Biafrans did not stop today. The genocide we see in Nigeria has everything to do with the Biafran people. You cannot deny it. Finally, Sheikh Gumi went to Turkey and dragged it the way he said it, and he was right in some way. Already they are beginning to accuse the United States that they were fighting for Biafra. That their purpose of coming into the matter is to divide the country and create the Biafran state. You cannot stop the creation of Biafra. You can never stop the creation of Biafra. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how you feel. You cannot stop the creation of Biafra. That evil you are doing in that place, you can't do it in our land. We cannot allow it. And I believe other regions will not equally allow it. Nigeria does not belong to the Fulanis. Fulanis are strangers. They came into Nigeria and they were welcome, given a landing space. Today, they are the ones commanding that they must be treated equal with every other person. Even though they are even enjoying the best. But yet, they are coming out to claim your land. And they say you must give them the land. Sheikh Gumi have come to make a case that say you must include them into the budget. He didn't say it in the secret. He said he must be included into the budget. But all the same, we thank Chukwu Okike that at least there are still some Muslims in the north who are very, very sensible. There are still some Muslims in the north that are rejecting that madness from Sheikh Gumi. There are still Muslims from the north who are rejecting that madness that is coming from Sheikh Gumi. Telling the government to include the terrorists in their budget. You can imagine the audacity. Sheikh Gumi threatening the government and tell them to include the terrorists in the budget. Every time he comes out, he justifies their deeds. He justifies what they are doing. And he doesn't see anything wrong with it. It is because of his action that you see the bandits coming openly to threaten people. The bandits are now emboldened and they come out and threaten people. Sheikh Gumi said you must not attack them. And by the way, that same Sheikh Gumi is moving with escort. Is moving with Nigerian escort. They are guiding him.
Will be a mistake. Negotiate with them instead. The causes of all this chaos is because they are not included in the budget. So USA attacking them will cause more chaos.
This man is telling you to include bandits that are not Nigerians in the budget. You know, these people think we are daft. These were the same people when this issue escalated, we are talking about it. They said, no, it is not Nigerian Fulani. They are Fulanis from outside. That question of Fulani from outside was there. It was their basis for argument then to remove themselves from the atrocity. Every one of them was in different platform arguing that these bandits are not from Nigeria. They are not Nigerian bandits. They are falling from outside. They are falling from. We were speaking about coming from outside for years. For years, every time they always tell you these are falling from outside. The debate went on and went on and went on and on until it died down. Finally, including the presidential aide during the time of late Muhammad Buhari, came out and said, give them your land or they will take your life. If you value your life, give them the land. And today, you see their leader coming out to say, include them in the budget. You don't need to fight them. Include them in the budget. If you don't include them in the budget, heaven will fall. And this man that is saying this thing is moving around with escort, federal government escort. A man who Saudi Arabia refused him from entering their country. Saudi Arabia bounced him back because he is recognized as a terrorist. Saudi Arabia is the headquarters of the Muslims, a place they go for pilgrimage. And if you are rejected in Saudi Arabia, I wonder where you will be accepted as a Muslim. As far as I know, Saudi Arabia is the headquarters of Islam. So if you refuse, if you are rejected by Saudi Arabia, who else is going to accept you? But of course, Nigeria will accept you. And this man is boldly making this statement.
Attacking the bandits will be a mistake. Negotiate with them instead. Yeah. The causes of all this chaos is because they are not included in the budget. So USA attacking them will cause more chaos in the country. Right? The best solution is negotiation with them, and they should be included in the budget. And with news, only negotiation can solve these issues. Give them whatever they want for peace to reign.
Mm-hmm. This man is speaking on a national TV. He didn't miss word. He didn't miss word. He said, you must not attack them. You must include them in the budget and give them what they want. He said this in national TV. This is a man that was deported from Saudi Arabia. If there are any other people that we know those who are terrorists, if you do not believe the projection by other countries, the only country that can tell you better about the Islamic terrorists is Saudi Arabia. Even if you do not believe information from other countries, if you play with that coming from Saudi Arabia, you are joking with your own life. It's just like when UAE wrote and gave Nigeria the names of the sponsors of terrorism. If you don't believe these Arab nations, when they give you information, if you don't believe them, who are you going to believe? Is it the one that US is going to give you that you believe? Is it the one that other countries are going to give you you believe? But what we are seeing playing out in Nigeria.
Massachusetts morning.
You're welcome, my brother Christian. It's a country that have already been captured.
Yeah.
Nigeria already have been captured completely, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. That is why a terrorist can stand boldly and command the government on what to do. On the video we played yesterday, you saw that man talk about infiltration. This infiltration of the terrorists, we have known it. Nnamdi Kanu started shouting about this in 2010. Other voices came along. We have had several people, not just the Biafran people, people from different ethnic groups have come out to speak about the takeover of Nigerian government, including a U.S. investigation. A U.S. military officer also came out to speak about the takeover of Nigeria. The information came out when all the terrorist group in Nigeria united together and they made peace within themselves. The US gave that update that Nigeria is the only place where the whole terrorist organizations have one agenda. They unite and work together. It happened in Nigeria. And yet, so many of us sat back and pretend it is business as usual. Some of them, they still see us as their problem. They still see Biafrans as their problem. They see Nnamdi Kanu as their problem. They see every other people as their what? They refuse to address the main issue. It is sad and shameful. And I believe the time has come for people to begin to think normal. Go ahead, Christian.
Malchus, morning. Because I still there under the yoke of this bad network until next week. So I just want quickly say it's more like a question. So if the network kick me out, then that is fine. I can just go away. But I hope you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that video, that interview from Ladi that was granted by Adeola took place on Saturday, and today is Tuesday. Now, I want to ask you, or anybody in the room, in the chat room or wherever, have you seen the medias in Nigeria? Have you seen like Channel, Arise, VOP or whatever? Have you seen them play that interview? Because I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to conclude or generalize because I don't see everything. But because why I said that, why I asked this question is that if they have seen that interview and to know that Gumi is not just a middleman between the terrorists and the rest and the kidnappers, that Gumi is actively participating, he's actively a terrorist, and he just granted this interview a few days ago, and he's still roaming about, in fact, with police escort, with police protection. So then, if that is the case, then you... Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello? Hey.
We are hearing you. Go ahead.
Hello? Okay, you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Yeah, so my question is, have anybody seen them play that video? Because that video, that interview clearly shows, it clearly stated that Gumi is not just a middleman, he is a terrorist. So the question, so if that is the case, then why do anybody need to wonder if this Tinubu government is a terrorist collaborating government or not? Because that is what, because for me, I always like to go to the resource of issue, not just perambulating around. So have anybody seen, this is usually sometimes you see them play a video of something, maybe on VOP or whatever. So that's just what I wanted to know. Have you come across them show the interview from a Yoruba lady, Adeolu, who interviewed Ladi, also a Yoruba guy? That's my question.
There is nothing of such. No media house replayed that very interview.
Not that you know of.
No. One thing you have to know is that you don't expect them to replay it. The information about Gumi is not a secret. The information.
Yes, that is true.
His training, where he was trained, how he was trained in Sudan, his involvement in terrorism. It didn't start today. Even this lady you're talking about, it is not just it's not Adeola or whatever. No, only her knows that. The media of Nigeria knows that lad better than that Adiola that went and interviewed him. Information about this Gumi
But
is not. It's just like a Sunusi, just like their former central bank governor Sunusi. Information about Sunusi, is it hidden? Tomorrow, if Sunusi succeeds,
No,
will it be a surprise?
yeah, Rajus, why I say that, why I say that is that too much distraction. But so why I'm asking this specifically is the fact that so that we can refocus, not just we, the Biafrans, the Igbos, no, but every other fair-minded, good individuals, could be Yoruba, it could be Hausa, whatever, it could be Middle Bay, it could be Benin, whatever, then they should be able to focus, because if you don't focus, you miss the point. So they should be able to focus on what the problem is, and thereby not just spreading the message for the Western world and for America to know that the government sitting in Nigeria is a terrorist one. They just have to know it. Now, if they want to pretend about it, that's okay. But that focus has to be that the fact that Gumi, as we speak, is still roaming about in the country simply means that terrorists are the one ruling Nigeria. You can think that Tinubu is there, but he's among them. He's one of them. The fact that, because that video, we have always known, but that interview kind of clarify every doubt that Gumi is a terrorist, not just a middleman or just a spokesperson for them. So why then is he roaming about freely and the government cannot apprehend a terrorist that is in the society, living among the people in the society, not the one in the forest or the one who comes out sporadically to act and kidnap and go away, but the ones living among them. So that is just what I mean. I'm not trying to deviate your attention, but I just feel like if that is not happening, that means that the people deserve everything that is coming to them. If they want to become a terrorist country like Afghanistan, so let it be known to everybody, because the fact that you have Tinubu there who says the commander-in-chief, and Gumi, who has not just been implicated, he's a non-fact now that he's a terrorist, the past and the present, everything, and they are beating around the bush. Why are they doing that? So it's important that everybody focus on the fact that why have government knowing? So if you want to exonerate Tinubu because he's a Yoruba person or because he's a Southerner, if you want to pretend that he's not one of them, then you are lying to yourself, because Tinubu is one of them. Why can his government not even tell America, tell the Western world that these people are in my government and my hands are tied, I can't do anything, help me, come and help me? The fact that Tinubu is not saying that simply means that he is enjoying it, he's part of it. That is the agenda. Thank you, my brother.
My brother Christian, there is one fact that every one of us will know. There is something that every one of us must know. There is no single information that we are giving today that the West do not have in their table. They know these people by their names. They know where they live. They know their activities. They know everything they have done. They know their history better than we here. They have more concrete, even video evidence. They have it. But there is one thing we must know. Ask yourself, a court in Canada declared all the ruling party in Nigeria as a terrorist organization. Canada is not a third world country. Canada is not just like any country out there. It's a first world country. Before a court in Canada will make that pronunciation, they mean business. They know what they have seen. Before they make that pronunciation, they know what they have seen. So when they made that pronunciation, they are telling the Nigerians what they need to know. Just like when Trump came and called Nigeria a shithole. Some of them think it's just like a jesting or maybe joke you make or cracking joke or maybe insult you make to people on the road. It is not. There are files on his table that he has gone through. So this cannot happen in another place except in a shithole. When Trump came and called Nigeria a disgraced country, the only thing you need to do is to look back to that place. Why did he call this country a disgraced country? And you begin to see the whole thing. It is a disgraced country because even the citizens themselves, I don't know how to describe them. Many of these things we are
disgraced.
There is one fact. That's one
the
fact.
citizens too are disgraced.
Yes, there is one fact in this world. You see, when somebody is drowning in a sea, when you are drowning, what do? You raise up your hand, you struggle, and you wave hand up. When you struggle and wave hand, people will come and rescue you. But when you're drowning, you fold your hand and you swim. People will think you are swimming. They allow you to enjoy your swim. After all, there are people that swim, they go underground and swim, stay there for some hours, and they come up. There's an Igbo adage that says, Onye wedita kenu ekunitie. When Canada told you that your government is a terrorist government, they are calling you to wake up and talk, call their attention to do something. Trump called you a disgraced country. It is a wake-up call. But what do? Each time this information comes, they will translate it a different thing, join their government to attack the people that want to rescue them.
You know, yeah. You know, Master, because, hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Why I said it is that, yes, and like you rightly said, we all know these things. The Western world know it, America know it. But it's important that we that speaks, not just me and you, but other YouTubers, bloggers, you know, they begin to put them to shame, the Nigerian media. Because I saw what Ruben Abati tried to do a few days ago with a lawyer that knows what the law says. And he's trying to...
I have that video, and I think I will play that video so that we'll dissect that idiot. That Ruben Abati is one of the idiots. Evil human being. You will see in that video, you will see why I didn't. The day I got angry was the day, what is it called? Maxwell went to that studio. Maxwell messed up that day. I was so angry with Maxwell. And it's because of the attitude of Maxwell. That's why he has the guts to continue on this path he's trading. I don't know whether if you saw the interview. Exactly,
because they don't. I saw it when Maxwell was like surrendering, right? He surrendered.